Hello and welcome back to the Calculator Review, hosted on Caliquin.com. Today I've got something a little bit different. So, I don't try to hide the fact that I am a huge Star Wars fan. So, naturally, I had to find myself a Star Wars calculator, and I came across this. I ordered this on eBay for like $5, I think. I forget the actual cost. But I was really excited because this is not just a calculator, this is an entire calculator set. So this is still in its original packaging. You'll notice that it features Kylo Ren at the top, which is kind of odd considering everything else is original trilogy material. You got Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Stormtroopers on the calculator itself, and the pencils, I'm sorry. You can't really see here, but they feature Empire-related things. There is a light side version of this as well, but it was basically identical, just with different photos or artwork on it, featuring Rebels characters. As far as I know, I have not seen any prequel trilogy or sequel trilogy stuff, despite Kylo Ren right there. So, a little odd, but I'm a big fan of the classics, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. So, opening this up. Not exactly the simplest packaging. So, unlike most reviews, I actually have not messed with this calculator at all, so I'm going to set this aside for a moment and take a look at all the other stuff that it came with. Okay, that appears to be it. Don't need that anymore. Alright, so first, the most notable thing is this, what I believe is a notepad. It's blank paper, so I'm guessing this is meant for drawings or simple math equations, or maybe more complex math equations. Pretty much something you'd find at a dollar store on its own. So the fact that it has all this other stuff is kind of neat. So taking a look at the Boba Fett thing, oh, it's the same blank paper. Nothing on it, it's just a smaller form factor. So this has 36 sheets, and I'm going to assume that this has 36 as well. Check the packaging. Yeah, the packaging doesn't say how many sheets of paper this has, but because they're roughly the same thickness, it's pretty safe to assume they're probably the same. I'm not going to count them. So then you got the pencils. They feel kind of cheap, like really cheap actually. I use big pencils mostly, and I mean they're cheap, but they're durable. I'll show a comparison. You can't go wrong with a nice big pencil. So this is not something I would replace my current favorite pencils for. The lead seems a bit thicker, so I don't think this is standard number 2. But I do like the artwork. They definitely... Oh, well, that's a shame. Seems just taking it apart kind of messed it up. So, I kind of want to take a look at the difference between the thickness of these, so... Just drawing, I don't know, an X... Wow. Okay. So, just draw an X there. And we get to test out the paper, so that's kind of nice. Okay, that's not the fault of the big pencil, it's just it's short on lead. But, you know, I've written with big pencils for years. I'm very familiar with them. I've always liked them. They're cheap. They are readily available just about anywhere. Yeah, very easily replaced and found. I try to keep using them because I don't like wasting plastic. I think that's kind of pointless considering everything else within it is reusable. So back to, anyway, that's not, this isn't a review for the big pencil. This is a review of this pencil. innovative designs. Interestingly enough, this doesn't say Disney anywhere on it. It says Lucasfilms, though. But anyway, so checking out the eraser. Awful. Just, I got chills from using that. But it did come with this little Galactic Empire Dark Side eraser, which is kind of strange considering it's still a white eraser. You'd think they would go for something dark side related as far as the eraser itself, but they didn't. Anyway, trying to erase the... Oh, that's even worse. Just awful. Awful eraser. I do not like that. Anyway, on to the star of the show, the calculator. Wow, that picked up a lot of dirt just from being out for just a moment. So I'm not going to bother disassembling this because I can pretty much tell what's going to be on the inside. And also, it's a brand new calculator, so I don't want to mess it up. But there is no solar cell, which is a little odd because even the cheapest calculators will tend to have those. But at least it's not pretending. So we'll do our 2 times 2 square root. So not the best display, but not awful either. The calculator feels really cheap. It's very, very light, like way lighter than it looks, and it doesn't look like it would be that heavy to begin with. Yeah, this is just a sticker placed on it to make it Star Wars related, so that is the only thing making this remotely familiar with the galaxy far, far away. Honestly, this has pretty much nothing to do with Star Wars whatsoever. I cannot imagine. Well, I am a fan of Star Wars, and I'm just not impressed at all. We could have had some sound effects, or maybe a lightsaber down the side. I don't know. They could have done something interesting with the buttons. But no, they chose the most basic, uninteresting calculator possible, but it works. It's not. It doesn't feel as cheap as the big display calculator I recently reviewed, but it's not a whole lot better than that. I actually threw that calculator not terribly hard, but some may argue I threw it particularly hard, and it broke. This does not feel like it would break if I threw it at something, unless I threw it at a substantial speed, which I don't believe I'm capable of doing. If you'll take a close look at this button in particular, the memory recall button, it looks... it's hard to show, but it looks lopsided. This is just really cheaply made. Like, the buttons have no tactile, nothing interesting tactily. Yeah, just really disappointing. But considering the whole package you get, so you get one of the worst erasers I've ever used in my life. This Notepad with blank pages. I guess it'd be cool to make like a little flip book with it, if you were so inclined. Pencils don't hold up to your standard cheap Bic pencils, so pretty disappointing there. And then you have this big notepad that has blank pages for some reason. Lined paper would have been a lot more useful. I mean, this is supposed to be a school starter set, so I don't know what they were really going for with this. And then, of course, the calculator itself, the star of the show, is just disappointing. I was really hoping to feel the force or something. Instead, I just feel kind of empty inside. Well, thank you for watching. May the force be with you.